Welcome to Dinosaur Island episode 2. Now we see Red Scale right now laying eggs. Yep, they did it. And there are 5 eggs. Yeah, 5 I think. And they are both really proud. They are very happy. So they decide to build their sleeping place, which is very, very close to the eggs. They never ever leave their eggs, and sometimes they even take turns sleeping with the eggs, but not right now. They will not, because the eggs have just been made a few days ago, so they're only a few months before they hatch. And here's their nest, which they are resting in right now. It has finally rained in the Dinosaurus' habitat, and he's giving himself a bath, and he's resting on the shore now. And he sees someone come near, the male T-Rex. He is very thirsty, and he understands, the Dinosaurus understands that the T-Rex is thirsty. So he just lets him have a drink this one time in it. And he cleans himself off a bit. And the Dinosaurus comes right back in. Washing off and staying moist as long as he can. And then he will go back to sleep on the shore later. So the T-Rex, it's been raining for like many months now, so everything is really wet. And you can see that the T-Rex is leaving footprints everywhere. It's so gushy, the ground. Gush, 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 gush. And he sees a little stream, so he drinks in it. And not too far, he sees I think that's what he sees, a spinosuarus that's been taking a rest. Sailback has just awoken to see a T-Rex, and usually spinosauruses and T-Rexes don't like each other, and he leaves a footprint. This T-Rex is a lot bigger than him, but he's really angry, so he goes right over to the T-Rex and roars. So this engages combat. And the T-Rex lunges for the Spinosaurus and throws him over there, and the T-Rex just runs. There have been lots and lots of puddles over here, and most of the dinosaurs are very wet. So he looks for a puddle he can drink out of. He comes back to the Dinosaurus and he drinks. But the Dinosaurus is not there. The Dinosaurus is somewhere else, apparently. The Dinosaurus is covering himself in mud because it gets really hot out. So he's rolling around in it, making himself muddy. That's what cools Dinosaurus off. And he'll go back into the water. The water is also drying up quickly. It's about mating season for T-Rexes. T-Rex just washes off a bit, and he goes over here. Sailback recovers from his fall and sees the T-Rex sleeping. So he goes over here because he needs a drink. And the Dinosaurus is in the water, but he doesn't care. He's very thirsty. So he starts to drink. But The Dinosaurus thinks it's a T-Rex because its eyes are not too good, and he lashes out at him. So he goes away. Meanwhile, with the raptors, they're just checking on their eggs, and they're gonna go hunting. And Red Claw will stay behind, watching the eggs. And the male is very thirsty, so he wants to go to the Dinosaurus' place to drink. And thankfully, he got there just in time, because the water's about to dry up. So he drinks a big drink. The Dinosaurus has started in a sleep on shore. And nearby, he sees a Spinosaurus. Spinosaurus and raptors don't really like each other, so they stay away. And he also sees a T-Rex nearby. He wonders why this Spinosaurus is so close to the T-Rex. And he realizes that the T-Rex is angry at the Spinosaurus, and the Spinosaurus is angry at the T-Rex. So he just stays out of this, washes off a bit, and goes back to the den to find food. The Dinosaurus has moved territories now, because his lake was getting smaller, and he likes it here. It's very cool and muddy, but it's nice and cold for him, and shallow enough, so he likes it. And there's tons of little logs everywhere, and yeah. The Spinosaurus comes back to the watering hole and realizes it is almost gone, and the Dinosaurus is also gone. So he gets a drink too. And he's very hot, but he doesn't know where to wash off at. Then all of a sudden, he smells the scent of a female somewhere over there. So he's gonna follow it. It's a sweet scent, like female Spinosaurus smells sweet, like roses. And males smell like, what do they smell like? To other Spinosauruses, they smell like cologne, men's cologne. So he smells a female. The T-Rex has been lonely for a few days now, and he wants a mate. So he also is trying to find one. He's on the trail of one that's on the island somewhere, and she hasn't mated yet, but he doesn't know where to look for her. So he's just gonna wash off in the last bit of the watering hole. And he starts to look for her. The Spinosaurus is digging a nest for him and his mate. As you can see, it's getting very dirty. And he's very dirty. But he doesn't care right now, because he wants the nest to look nice. So he brushes away the dirt. He just needs to make it a bit bigger. In case they have any hatchlings. So he makes a nest, or he starts to. And he just needs to find the material for it. The Spinosaurus washes off and notices the scent of a female is nearby. A bright orange female Spinosaurus is right across the lake. He sees her and he is amazed. He wants to be her mate, so he just follows her out onto the plains. So the female has been heading over right to the raptors. The male and the female, and they're angry. And the female will back off because he knows they're nesting. So the female turns around and finds that she is face to face with the male spinosuarus. She has never mated, and he's never mated. So they both look at each other. Then the male starts doing the mating dance, which they walk around in circles. Do 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 do. And they both end face to face. And they touch noses together in affection. They are one. They both start to make a nest together. She will lay eggs soon, the female will, which we will call her Sunbeam. Sunbeam and Sailback. They are now married, basically. To be continued.